take it slow. Got that fire roar. Wheels of fury tear the track. Hear that engine soar. Me back, shifting gears, push it to the core. Kill a Kyle on my tail. Feel the tension roar. Ain't no rules in this game. Every breath I fight. Pound the pedal, scream for speed through the endless night.
Hey, me Matt here. This is Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. And it's a double episode again. And well, we've been away for a week, so
yeah,
it's about time. And first we're going to talk about TNA Against All Odds.
yeah, TNA Against All Odds is this Friday. Of course, we're coming off the heels of Battleground, which was a really good show. And you had, of course, Jordan Grace take on Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, there was an appearance by Ash by Elegance.
Yes.
So, I'm sure there might be something go on with Ash by Elegance and maybe Tatum Paxley, who another crossover maybe of some kind. Who knows?
Oh, there's a match on here that we'll talk about that I have something to say about anyways. But yeah, very much enjoying the whole NXT TNA crossover bit. It hasn't happened before WWE
Right.
in quite some time.
Yeah.
Obviously you have TNA, AEW, or AEW New Japan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is actually very fucking cool for professional wrestling in general.
Right. For sure. And you know, with Jordan's performance at the Rumble in January, I believe that's why they brought her back and have her challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, I was thinking, it's like, could there be a possibility of, you know, Jordan went to NXT and challenged Roxanne for the NXT Women's Championship? Could we see a reverse of fortunes, or a role reversal, and have Roxanne maybe appear on an episode of Impact and be like, hey, you challenged me for my title, so I'm going to challenge you for your title now at the next, TNA pay-per-view. I don't see them doing something like that right away. I'd say maybe, whatever the next TNA pay-per-view is, do it then. And I'm interested in seeing what the potential is for, like, other matches and other things to happen regarding WWE and TNA. There was talk of, like, depending on how the match went between Jordan and Roxanne, what they would do and where they would go as far as future matches and maybe future interactions between, NXT and WWE. And I had seen on Instagram, and I know I've sent at least one to you, maybe a couple, but, like, there's been people doing, like, a fantasy. Okay, do you remember when they had Worlds Collide?
Mm-hmm.
You had, like, NXT versus, like, NXT UK, or, like, NXT versus, like, Raw, or, just crossing over, not crossing over, but, like, having, you could say, like, dream matches.
Yeah.
And within WWE, NXT and NXT UK, or NXT and, somebody from Raw, somebody from SmackDown, whatever. So, what if, next year, depending on how far they want to take this relationship between TNA and, NXT for now, at least, unless they bring back Worlds Collide and have TNA versus, you know, NXT, for example, and there's sky's the limit.
Oh, I know.
On who you could have wrestle each other.
I mean, it's already been said. Maybe see Josh Alexander go over, or see, like, I don't know, Nathan Frazier have a match in TNA.
Yeah, I mean, like, singles, tag, you know, championships. There's several different options you can do with people in TNA and people in NXT and WWE in general. So it'll be interesting to see what the future holds for that business relationship, I'll call it.
So, speaking of Josh Alexander, we have a match. Josh Alexander versus ABC.
Josh Alexander and Eric Young versus Ace Bay Club. I'm surprised they don't partner Alexander with Young more often.
I mean, it's almost like you have the old school wrestler, or the veteran of TNA, for someone like Josh Alexander. Because you have Josh Alexander and Ethan Page with the North.
Yes.
You have, a very good talent there, and then of course Eric Young being the guy who was in the original lineup all those years ago.
Right.
Yeah, they should be more of a tape team, and why they didn't put them sooner. It'll be a matter of time before you see those two with gold.
More than likely, I have a feeling. I mean, with Eric being a member of Team Canada back in the day, and, you know, Josh being Canadian himself. Now, when he is, you know, the world-class maniac, he's announced from Frederickson or Tennessee.
Well, yeah, I can imagine that he still lives in Tennessee. I think a lot of them live in Tennessee.
But anything, I'm sure for this match, they will say he's from Ontario, where St. Clara? Or St. Somewhere in Ontario, anyways.
Yeah.
But as far as this match goes, definitely gonna be an interesting match.
Yeah.
For sure gonna be a good match. As far as who's gonna win, probably Young and Alexander.
Yeah, I'm gonna be biased and say Young and Alexander. I mean, ABC has been on a tear as of all this year and last year.
Sami Callihan versus Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, this match is gonna be awesome. The reinvention of the octopus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say a tribute to the great Muta, but
somewhat, yeah.
But you look at somebody like Sami Callihan, who has had a lot of really good Monsters Ball matches and hardcore matches throughout the lifetime. This is going to be interesting, because this isn't, like I said, the regular Jonathan Gresham.
No.
This is somebody that has the ink that will tap out Sami Callihan.
I'm interested in the storyline of Jonathan Gresham and where they're going to take this new character.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe eventually put a title on him again. I mean, if you want to, you know, continue to build the character, then yeah, you could have him get a win over Sammy.
Yeah.
We'll have to see though.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Jonathan Gresham.
I'll take Callahan.
Okay. I mean, the only reason, because I know the last match he was at, I mean, you look at Jonathan Gresham, but also you look at Leo Rush and his alter ego.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, really.
But it should be a good match nonetheless. And I'm a fan of Sammy.
Right.
It's just, you know. So we have the X Division Championship. We've got Mustafa Ali versus Trent Seven.
Uh-huh.
And, hold on,
Interesting.
interestingly enough, I believe two former NXT guys.
Well, Mustafa was on 205.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Trent Seven, yeah, he was on NXT UK with Tyler Bate. I think they also, well, I don't think Trent was on NXT. I know him and Tyler Bate teamed on NXT UK. And then I think not long after that he left WWE, and then, you know, Tyler Bate went to NXT, and, you know, he's still, well, now he's with Pete Dunne, and they're in the New Catch Republic. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And honestly, I see Mustafa retain.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, he's on a roll. He's been on a roll since he's got there.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of thought he was going to remain in Japan, but no, he's been very good since he's been in TNA. He's gotten a lot more respect than he did when he was in WWE.
You could say that.
It's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Mustafa did get the Cruiserweight Championship, but then other than that, yeah, he didn't really get much. And so, like, when he went to TNA, it didn't take very long for him to end up getting the X Division Championship. So, I mean, who knows how much longer he's going to hold the title?
Yeah.
And honestly, who he would drop it to.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I just don't.
Yeah. Now we'll go to this match. We've got Steve Macklin and Mike Santana against the Rascals. Trevor Gill and Zachary Wentz.
I guess Mike Santana's a heel again.
I guess.
I haven't really still paid attention to what's going on. But, yeah, I can see the Rascals win.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know if Santana and Macklin are getting along.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think Macklin really gets along with anybody. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting match because it'll be in, like, it's like Young and Alexander.
Right.
We'll see if they can work well together. But I just see the Rascals go over.
I mean, we've already seen Young and Alexander and work together. They work together really well. As far as Mike and Steve, it'll be interesting to see. Now, I mean, it was not that long ago they teamed up with somebody who was at, I think it was the last TNA pay-per-view last year.
Oh. Was it Rhino?
No, and like Steve, like, showed up late.
Oh, yeah.
Him and his partner were, you know, they were talking strategy, but it didn't seem like they were getting along very well and whatever.
Right.
But like, we'll see how well Macklin and Santana get along with each other, and whether their egos will allow them to coincide with each other.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I still say they're assholes.
Yeah, I got a feeling the Rascals are more than
one tag team match to another tag team match for the Impact Championships. The System versus the Nemeth Brothers.
Yes.
I was waiting for this to happen.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time.
I mean, Nick Nemeth, again, I could say that about him, but like I did with Mustafa. I think he has a lot more respect in TNA, although WWE treated him better.
Right.
Well, except maybe the last part. But I mean,
Right, yeah.
You know what? I wanted to see the Nemeth Brothers in a tag team. It's just, I think the System works well together, and right now, I don't see the titles switch hands.
Not likely, no.
Unfortunately, I mean, like I said, the Nemeth Brothers are going to get their championships at some point. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Not to mention the fact that now TNA and WWE, NXT rather, are working together. It would be cool to see Nick Nemeth come back.
Yeah.
You know? So, with that being said, yeah, they will get the tag titles eventually. It's just, I think the System is going to take this one.
I have a feeling more than likely. Now, we of course are very, 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 very familiar with Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
His, 19 years in WWE. Hell of a wrestler, good talker, multiple championships, so on and so forth. Ryan, on the other hand, not quite as familiar.
Yeah, there's not really too much that we've seen from him.
I do believe he has wrestled in Japan, I think.
Right.
But, I haven't seen any matches of Ryan's that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably seen maybe 2.
Right.
But I'm sure they work well together. I mean, and you have the Steiner brothers, the Rhodes brothers, the Hardy Boys, if you will. And then, just another tag team that, they're in the family, they work together.
I mean, I'm sure they probably train together.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick obviously got into wrestling before Ryan did. Of course, we know all about Nick's collegiate background at Kent State.
Yes, that's right.
I haven't really heard, I'm sure they'll go into it for this match at Against the Odds, but Ryan's, does he have a collegiate background? Where did he start wrestling? Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I think that it'll be fun to see what they can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, the System is going to retain.
More than likely. So now we go to the Knockouts Championship. Jordan Grace against Will Hoyless. Yet to be determined.
Okay. So this is interesting. Because we just saw Jordan Grace in NXT. She made her debut. She went up against Roxanne Perez this past Sunday.
Yes.
Now you have Jordan Grace with an opponent yet to be determined. Let's say you're not going to have somebody like a Roxanne Perez, or Kiana James, or, hell, Tiffany Stratton. Even though Tiffany's on SmackDown, like, the possibilities here are endless.
And that's exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the video.
Exactly.
Roxanne, I mean, could they do a quick turnaround like that? I think they can. Will they? Maybe.
I don't see, like, whoever shows up. If they show up from NXT, they're not going to win.
Not likely.
I think that the respective titles should remain on the respective company.
Right.
But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be a very good match for sure.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just a wait and see.
I believe we will find out Thursday who the opponent is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Thursday. So we have the main event. We've got Moose. Nice. Versus the Broken One, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm glad to see him that Broken Matt Hardy is back. It's just, do you really think he could be a good champion? Like, I know Matt Hardy could be a good champion, but
Right.
Broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt Hardy, yeah, we'll see.
I think it's just what will they do with him.
Right, yeah.
Like when he was in TNA 2015, 2016, it was like, okay, that's awesome. Okay, I mean, I can't remember if he was the TNA champion at that point. I know he had a lot of effective matches.
Right.
But honestly, it's just, we'll see. I'm not going to say a winner because I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Moose, and you know what, I like Matt Hardy.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot, like, up in the air thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Now, I don't see it listed as a title match.
Oh? Oh.
I think it's just a one-on-one match.
Okay.
Did it say,
Yeah, I have to look it up.
Ricky?
I'll have to look it up again.
Yeah.
You could be right.
I mean, whether or not it is a title match or not, I'm sure it'll be a good match. And then, let's say Matt wins on Friday. And then, we'll build up to the next TNA pay-per-view. And maybe Matt Hardy get a title shot.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. And if that's the case, then yeah, Moose is going to win.
Probably.
I mean, it's just kind of like, Matt Hardy's a good wrestler. He always has been. It's just, I think Moose is stronger.
Well, yeah.
So, but yeah, against all odds, it's going to be a good show.
Hell yeah.
And we'll definitely do a play-by-play. Hopefully that'll work. We'll see. But anyways, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle. We will be with you momentarily.
Yeah.
Deuces.
The wheels of fury, they spin, they roar. Never halting. The end's now calling.